How to thrust vector on both controller and keyboard and mouse. Now for controller, you can see it up on the top left there. Anytime I do a movement, anything I hit, you're going to be able to see that. Now for this, to make your life just 1,000,000% easier, we're actually going to go to our controls, hit Y, go all the way down to aircraft, the control mapping, and we're just going to change one thing. We're going to change our afterburner to left bumper. That's going to be this guy right here. You can see it light up. So we're going to change afterburner to left bumper. That's it. That's the only thing we're going to change. Now we're ready to go. Now this is going to take some getting used to, especially because the default is just clicking in your left stick, but it is so hard to get the thrust vectors down if it's still on left stick, so we're just going to make that change. But what is thrust vectoring? Well, let's say we want to make a sharp turn. There's someone behind us. Oh my gosh, all of a sudden we just did a Cobra maneuver. Now, if you can see, this makes your plane very, very slow for a second, so you want to use this sparingly. You want to practice it inside these helicopter and jet practice. That's the name of the portal lobby. You want to practice this because it will slow you down. You want to use it sparingly. So again, you can see on the controller, I'm hitting my afterburner to go hard forward, and then I'm going to do a combination of pulling back on my throttle at the same time as I pitch in the opposite direction and hit my afterburner. So all at once, boom, just like that. You can see I'm doing this with this stick on the map there. I might crash here, but I'm doing this, and the left bumper. So boom, boom, boom. So let's get some speed again, and this is going to take some practice. So we want to flip upright, so we're going to go boom. Now we can also thrust vector down. So instead of going opposite on our sticks, so we did opposite like this if we're wanting to go up, we're going to do down on our left and down on our right as we hit the afterburner. So we're going forward and we're just going to go down. And that's going to dip our nose very, very quickly. So again, we have dipping up, and then going down, down, we have dipping down. Now that's not all you can do with thrust vectoring. You can also do it on your horizontal axis. So we can pitch that way and do a nice quick little spin. We can also pitch the other way downward. So again, if you're watching the controls, we can pitch up, we can pitch down, and we can pitch or roll to our sides very, very easily. Now this definitely does take some practice. I can't say that enough, but once you get the hang of it, you are going to be pitching in all different directions, and they are never going to be able to predict you, right? That's one of the biggest things to staying alive in a jet is predictability, and if you learn the thrust vectoring maneuvers, you are going to be anything but predictable. Like, just look at how tight we can make those turns. Now this is absolutely amazing if you're in a dogfight or the losing end of a dogfight, someone's behind you, oh my gosh, they're chasing you, they're anticipating you doing something like this and just rolling, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere, they're chasing you and you're just all the way in a different circle so much faster than they can. Now once you get better at just the basics of thrust vectoring, you can start chaining them together and just become extremely untouchable. Nobody's going to know how to react when you just start doing flips faster than they knew was possible. You can hit them with the Cobra maneuver and go right into one of those diagonal flips, and they're not going to have any idea how to react. There's a good chance you've seen that viral video of that jet that's just surfing upside down like this. And that's because he is thrust vectoring. That can get you extremely close to land while almost surfing sideways on it. So again, if you're watching the controls, we can thrust vector like that, which almost makes us surf horizontally. We can thrust vector up and do that little Cobra maneuver. Now that really slows us down if someone's coming in hot behind us and they're right behind us. If we do that Cobra maneuver, there's a chance that when we reconnect, or when we recorrect ourselves rather, we're going to be right behind them, and that's going to give us the instant advantage in a dogfight. Someone's right behind us, all of a sudden we are just instantly stopped. They are flying right past us, and now we pick right back up where we left off and we are behind them. The same goes for the downward. If we're hovering over something and we see someone down there that we really want to hit, well, all of a sudden we can do that and then get a few shots in and take right back off. So let's say we're coming up on a target. Let's say we're looking at that helicopter, but we're going over it way too fast. All of a sudden, we just thrust vector down, get our shots off, and keep going. This is extremely helpful if you're dropping bombs or you're just trying to get over a target. Make a quick turn, get out of a dogfight. Honestly, the people that master the thrust vectoring are going to be the people that master the skies. Alright, now let's talk about thrust vectoring on keyboard and mouse. It is the same exact principle. We are going opposites while hitting our afterburner. And we are thrust vectoring. Honestly, doing this on keyboard and mouse is almost easier because you just use your default control settings. So again, we are just doing opposites to do that, and we're doing opposite or the same to go down. So opposite, so we're doing basically S up on the mouse as we hit our throttle. Boom. To do that Cobra maneuver, we're doing S down slide on our mouse and the afterburner to do that down maneuver. And the same is true for any of the other turns. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get out of this or back into this in time. I am not. Now, like I said, I'm just using the default keybinds and controls, but I'm going to show it again. We're vectoring down, we're vectoring up, and then we're just kind of recollecting ourselves. When it comes to mouse and keyboard, we have the vehicle mouse aim sensitivity at 18. We can go to our keybinds. All of these keybinds are just default. And the other thing that we have is our aircraft control sensitivity at 200, and the invert vertical looks and invert vertical flight are both off, as well as the vertical mouse aim ratio is at 53, and the zoom sensitivity coefficient is down to 0. Those are the only things that I've changed. Again, we can also do our side rolls. So we are vectoring to the side slightly. We are vectoring diagonally, and just play around with it. That's what these community portal test servers are for. It is extremely easy on keyboard and mouse. Again, just boom. Waha. And then we can re-pick up. We can do it to the side. We can do it to the other side. We can do it down. We can go any direction we want. Now, once you get the basics of it down, just play around with it. Just have fun with it. And again, people are going to be like, what on earth are you doing? But this is one of the most fun things to do in a jet. In my opinion, at least, this is one of the most fun things to do in a jet. If you've ever seen one do it in real life, like at an air show, that Cobra maneuver is so cool to see. But now you know how to thrust vector, and I would love a like on this video if you want to see more of this, or if you want to get into one of the private flight training lobbies that I'm going to be hosting, and we can get you learning all the tips and tricks that I know on keyboard and mouse and on controller.